Hey, good evening, everybody. How's it going, BitOfRits?
Good. We have a new location.
We do. We're in the Bat Cave, also known as the my classroom, but also known as our professional wrestling lair.
And living room. It's
living room.
It's my multi-purpose.
Yes.
Multi-use.
We do thank you for joining us tonight on the New York Nerd Show. Today is a special episode where we're going to be taking a look at some vintage professional wrestling photographs. These are all one of a kind. They were taken ringside and backstage and throughout the arenas of different WCW, ECW, and WWF shows throughout the mid-1990s.
Now, before we get into this portion, why don't you kind of build us up a little bit into the excitement of this week? Every day is wrestling day, apparently.
Yes, every day is wrestling because this Saturday and Sunday, both days,
yay,
is WrestleMania this year, and the WWE is presenting it for the first time in 2 years with fans coming live from Tampa.
I mean, that's pretty exciting for that. Things are starting to move towards being in person for certain things that haven't been in a long time.
Yeah,
the one thing I think is kind of weird is it's like just straight on using the same exact theme, like nothing changed about it.
Well, they weren't able to use it last year.
But they did use it. They just use it virtually.
Well,
no?
They built a giant pirate ship. Let me give to that point.
Yeah, but they build some big things every year.
What are they going to do with the pirate ship, though?
Go put it in the ocean and do a Pirates of the Caribbean wrestling-themed convention.
She's booking it. She's booking it right here. So if you guys want to go,
I'll plan it.
There you go. The New York Nerd Show Pirate Ship Vacation Extravaganza.
No, Wrestling Pirate Extravaganza.
But it's going to be presented by New York Nerd Show, though.
But you understand that they're not just pirates. They are wrestler pirates. They're very specific kind of pirates.
But are they pirates that wrestle or wrestlers that are dressed like pirates?
Well, if it's based on WWE currently, it seems to be wrestlers dressed as pirates who then wrestle. So it's a 2-for-1.
Oh, man.
It's both of them. It loops.
It does.
Anyway, yes.
So what we're doing today, again, it's our second time doing this particular style of show. And if you missed it the first time, you can check it out on our YouTube channel and our Facebook. But YouTube's pretty easy.
3 exciting photos of wrestlers that we don't know who they are.
These
ones we already showed these in the last one. We won't do this special way yet. But if you know, what is like the kids on the milk boxes, like
milk cartons they're missing?
If you know who this person is, or like Unsolved Mysteries, if you know this person,
let us know. He's a romantic right there. I mean, at least 30 years ago, he loved smelling the roses for the ladies,
and he was wearing some nice cheetah print pants.
He's a champion for the ladies. Hey Tim, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
We're reminiscing of the 3 photos of people who we have no idea who they are.
And obviously tonight we're going to be taking a look at some pretty well-known, wrestlers from the past in the 1990s. Oh, hold on.
My favorite.
Oh, big McMuffin right there.
All right.
So Tim, do you remember last time? Like, who were some of the big standouts that you remember from our last show that we did? Other than this guy.
Wait, what was that? You broke up for a second.
Oh, no problem. Wait, we did? No. Last show, who were some of the wrestlers that you thought were pretty interesting that we had photos of?
Johnny Polo.
We did.
I really like the one picture where I noticed that Macho Man was off the corner and you guys just kind of waved it by fast and it had both Bret Hart and Macho Man on it. Maybe it was Bret Hart that was in the corner.
That is in the game room now. That is
the legs. They were legs up in the air. And
that was Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
and then the Shawn Michaels legs in the air. That was a good one too.
You have Hawkeyes. What WrestleMania is this coming up?
37.
Oh, jeez.
I know. So these photographs, everybody. So if you didn't join us last time, these are basically from the mid 1990s, and they're going to be covering WWF, WCW, ECW, and possibly some random house shows,
local shows. Yeah.
Yeah, but most of them were some pretty big shows. Like we saw WrestleMania 10 photos. We saw Monday Night Raw photos from the Manhattan Center. ECW.
I need a little window so you can't see them before.
Right. Well, I'm looking straight at Tim's gazing eyes.
Okay, good.
How you doing?
Good. Right. How are y'all?
Oh.
Okay. So we talked a little bit after last time.
Is that Chris?
We said, in all of these, there was no Undertaker the last time. And this is classic Undertaker. This is like the height of Undertaker for me. Purple gloves, you know.
He's so angry, cranky looking.
And, yeah, the purple glove era. That was when he came
makeup.
back from the dead.
So
what were some of your favorite Undertaker moments from this era? I remember we went to a show and he was supposed to be there, but he missed it due to an injury because King Mabel sat on his face and broke his orbital bone. You remember that?
Yeah, I mean, like I had said the last time when we were watching or going through these photos, not watching, and Mabel came up and I was like, there you go. There's a guy who's put a bunch of people in the hospital or something to that effect.
Yeah, and it starts right here. I am excited though, like you said, Tim, that like we didn't have Undertaker at all last time, and we just started right up, and he was the first person that we see today. This is his first WrestleMania that he's going to be completely missing since he's retired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Has he been just? I'll be honest. I think I've missed the last couple WrestleManias. Has he just been doing like cameos? Because I thought he had.
So he unofficially had retired a couple years back, but last year he did a cinematic match, a boneyard match against AJ Styles. So that was pretty much where he wrapped it up.
Didn't he do a documentary? Wasn't that him or no?
Yeah, he did a documentary about how he was wrapping things up.
Yeah, and like his whole life story and
exactly.
It was actually kind of sad because I feel like he was basically saying how he's like, I would like to go out in my own time, but I also want to go out like I don't like this view. Thank you. When I got very little last night. First, I apologize because I'm like so out of it right now. But anyway, so he wanted to go out on his own time and he wasn't quite ready for it yet. But it was that he felt he was already like his body was deteriorating and he wasn't giving the fans the level that he feels that was appropriate. So it was kind of a sad documentary.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you've seen any wrestler, they never want to let it go, right?
Right, exactly. It can be pretty tough for sure. So our next photo that we're going to be taking a look at.
There's a few people in this one. Ready? We got a bunch of ladies and some guy with a shredded jacket.
Look at that jacket.
Look at that lady. She looks like Madonna, actually. Kinda, a little bit.
There's 4 ladies in this picture.
Okay, so
she is a very strong jawbone. Ooh, sorry, this way.
Now, I think that the woman that's facing the camera, like facing us, that might be Missy Hyatt.
Oh, it might be.
And what's on the yellow jacket? Does that say franchise or does that say?
Yeah, I was thinking that was probably the franchise, right? So that would make it 2. Who was his valet? So Shane Douglas is.
I think he had woman at one point. I mean, again, this is interesting.
That can't be woman though. She never had blonde hair like that.
Right, exactly. What's interesting is like this photo was possibly was possibly taken. This might have been one of those backstage photos because I don't see any kind of audience or a
it's a really weird like who knows what's going on.
Yeah, they might be hanging out and chatting or something.
That's crazy. That one, yeah. If you guys know who that one is right there, let us know either in the comments or in the chat because Tim, BitOfRits, and myself are kind of drawing a blank at this time.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to put that in the pile of the Loverboy champion over in the corner.
Yeah, the question is like it's like women who performed in ECW, right? Like, and none of the ones like doesn't look like it's Francine from what I can see, or
yeah, like I said, the only one that looks familiar, I think that is Missy Hyatt.
We have a special pile of who are these people?
Exactly. All right, so who's next?
Do you recognize this gentleman?
Oh, that's okay. This is a 2-for-1 right here. So first of all, do you recognize the T-shirt that this guy is wearing?
So we've already seen him before, but I cannot. Is that like a Razor Ramon shirt?
That is the vintage Razor Ramon T-shirt that Stevie Richards is rocking with his beautiful Daisy Dukes
and long.
flowing.
Well, it's like it's not a mullet, but it's short in the front, like chin length or ear length, and then long in the back.
It is kind of weird how it's.
And for a second, I thought his butt was peeking out, but that's just the elbow of the of the umpire. What's he called, referee? Thinking.
It does look like he's got like a blowout in the back.
Yeah.
I
mean,
yeah,
Lou Meteor is about that short and filled them much more rotundly, so it could have happened to him more.
He was Blue Meanie was the first person that I ever knew that had a muffin top. That at least like exposed his muffin top.
That's the first guy I got a picture with.
Ever. It is
first wrestler I've ever gotten a picture with in real life.
And
it could have only gone up from there.
See, she doesn't count because I am a professional wrestler. All that Pat back in the North Syracuse Wrestling Federation days. Woo!
Yeah.
We got the Iceman over here too. So
yeah.
We might have some photos from that. I don't know.
You have some videos somewhere that you gotta.
We'll do a special on those. All right, let's see what's coming up next on our. If we're going to continue with ECW, I wonder what this one is. Oh, these guys.
Do you know who they are?
I do.
Okay.
Do you recognize them, Tim?
They look so familiar, but I can't think of what their name.
So that is the Bruise Brothers, the Harris twins, Creative Control in WCW, Skull and 8-Ball and Disciples of Apocalypse.
Are they wearing like, I don't know what you really call it, but like leotards?
No, it looks like they're wearing like a onesie, but just a t-shirt over standard tights.
Oh, okay.
One of the things that these guys, not to get too crazy on them, but in recent years, they proudly rocked a certain tattoo that was not very politically correct, and they kind of lost a lot of they probably gained some fans, but they lost quite a few others. But yeah, these are the Blues Twins. These like with Uncle Zebekiah. They're definitely one of the bigger tag teams of twins back in the day for sure. This looks like it's probably it might be an ECW show. I mean, because again, it looks like a really small arena. I wonder if this is one of those shows that was also from that Stevie Richards picture was taken, and even the Dean Malenko one.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, it's got to be a small like ECW. You can see the rafters. I mean, it's either ECW or some, local federation.
Right. It probably is an ECW show because again, back in the mid '90s, they hadn't gone right up. They hadn't really gotten big on their television at the time. They had some kind of stuff on the Madison Square Garden network, but this would be just before they took off for sure. These particular photos that we're seeing,
and even after they took off, they weren't in arenas. They were still in fairly small.
Yeah, like almost like intimate in some ways. It helped to keep the crowd noise like reverberating in the audience too. It really did. I mean, it wasn't until the very, very end that they started hitting some like places in Alabama that they actually went to like full blown arenas. Like no, not stadiums, but a couple thousand at least.
Ready? The next one?
Absolutely. Okay. Now hold on though. Okay. Do you know who this is?
I assume you're not talking about it, or is this like the fake Undertaker? It's not the fake Undertaker though.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. The jawline is too much like real Undertaker.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is the real Undertaker, but that's like, is he wearing?
It could be that match though.
The tie at least looks purple.
Yeah, you're right. The hands are too.
I mean, does he have this tattoo? The fake one or real one?
No, the fake one never wore the purple. That was actually the whole big thing, is that when they did the Undertaker versus Undertaker match at SummerSlam, if I remember correctly, it boiled down to the fake Undertaker with Ted DiBiase had the gray, and then he came back the real one with the purple, just to kind of so you can tell them apart, and they kept it for a couple of years.
I like it. I don't know why, but I just like the old, like the photographers so close in the bottom. I feel like they don't need that anymore because cameras are such better quality than they used to be, so they don't have to be quite that close.
Exactly.
I think they've also gotten better at it. I mean, there's like usually just now like 2 instead of like 20, right?
Right. Exactly. I remember when I went to Survivor Series in 2000, I had a camera with me and it had like a lens on it, and they wouldn't let me in the door with it because apparently it was too professional looking. So I actually had to check it in at the desk. I was so mad.
Shenanigans.
I know.
Well, it's like today I mean, just to talk about where technology's gone and people being self-sufficient with their technology, I saw a local newscaster having to run her camera and do everything all at the same time when I was driving by.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jeez. And it's crazy. They could have probably used their phone because some of our phones are so so hard. Oh, I here we go, everybody. Ready?
Why you get unlocked?
Well, it's on the stream right there.
Oh. How stunning with the black and white.
I think
it
it's
really
creepy.
makes
Black and white so much creepier. He looks so not happy in life. Look at that.
He wasn't. That version of Doink wasn't happy.
Yeah, that is heel Doink. What? So we talked about him a little bit last time. Do you remember like any particular moments of Doink the Clown, whether it be heel or face? I think we talked a little bit about.
We talked about like, and it didn't come up. We didn't see pictures of it. You know, the Survivor Series, like the Doink, Dink, Pink, Stink. That really sticks out. His original music when it was used to like drop to that like eerie when he was the bad Doink.
Right, that creepy version. I'm still holding hope that we are going to see the Ford Doink picture with Mo, Mabel, and the Bushwhackers. I'm holding out. I want to see some Oscar Doink.
All right, you ready for this next one?
Oh, I'm totally ready. Oh,
there you go, Pat.
Oh, the Quake.
It's like a cereal. Look at that old WWF logo. So crisp.
I would love that in my room.
Him? Yeah.
I would love me some John Tenta in my room. You know,
I mean, you were a fan.
I love the Natural Disasters. They were like, as far as watching like live when it first started, like they were my first favorite tag team because they just went. I started watching in '92 officially, and they had just turned good, and they were feuding with Money Incorporated. Then they finally won the belts off of them. Man, such good memories. I had opportunity to meet John Tenta, and I use quote because my meeting with him was over the phone. He ran a wrestling school down in Tampa. Well, maybe it was in Orlando, but basically I was working in Orlando at a movie theater, and they wanted to have a wrestling match outside of the theater for the Scorpion King. Do you remember that one with The Rock?
Yes.
So they did a whole big tournament that weekend, this company that he actually owned and ran. So I actually had a chance to talk to him on the phone for a couple minutes when he was calling to kind of set things up. And I did not know I was going to be talking to him. I happened to answer it in the booth at the movie theater, and I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I was very excited. His tag team partner, Fred Ottman, who played Typhoon, I've talked to him numerous times. I'm actually Facebook friends with him.
Ooh.
He's a good guy, too. But, that's a great picture.
Yeah.
Did you like the Natural Disasters?
I wasn't a huge fan. They're definitely like wrestlers of their time, I feel like.
Right. Yeah, it's funny.
Just wait a second.
Okay. I was gonna get up to do the earthquake, jump around.
Yeah.
He was actually my favorite guy to play in WWF WrestleFest.
Yeah, I don't know, their physique and such was such that it just seems like some of it's still around, but not as much as like carrying that much weight.
No, you're right. Yeah, I mean, there wasn't too many guys that were like big for the last 10 years, but then you got, let's say, Kevin Owens. He's a guy that carries that sort of a physique. And then, are you familiar who Otis is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Otis is bigger than Earthquake is. So that is definitely a big thing for sure. I mean, but that guy's gotten over quite a bit. I'm actually a big fan of Otis. I guess maybe I just like big fat guys.
Yeah.
Put
But
that in
I mean,
right?
definitely for a while after they kind of like faded out, it seemed like that was kind of an end for that era for a while.
Right. All right. So let's see what's coming. It's.
I got so excited I had to run away crying.
Yeah. BitOfRits had a runaway crying, aka she's got to like use the tissues to kind of gather all that information because she's so overwhelmed by my earthquake story.
I think I'm allergic to these wrestlers. All right, ready?
Yeah. What's next? Here we go.
That is a candid photo of Jerry Lawler.
He's looking at a BitOfRits right now. Like, are you serious? Now,
too
bright.
If it wasn't for like the slight glare, that's a great photo. I mean, it's still a great photo. Just like
in real life, it's the glare is not there. It's just the.
it's our lighting over here.
Yes.
Now we shared a couple of stories about Jerry Lawler last time. He serves as the he serves as the host for the Hall of Fame each and every year. And last night they actually had the Hall of Fame ceremony. And I don't know, Tim, I know you don't follow the product too much anymore. But last night the headliner was actually Kane got inducted in the Hall of Fame. You were a pretty big fan of Kane for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, there was a period, I think, before somewhere's where the mask, not when he first showed up because he was feuding with The Undertaker, but then a little bit after that when he, because he was just like trouncing The Undertaker when he first showed up. And
absolutely.
And then I think later, pre-mask takeoff in there.
Pre-mask takeoff.
All right.
Yeah.
This one. Get ready for this. Or are those thoughts done? I'm sorry. I was excited about this one.
You're all good.
You ready for this? This is a background shot. Oh, come back here.
Oh.
Eating like a cupcake or something.
This is a coming out to the ring shot, actually, I think.
And look at that part of that WWF sign again. I love the retroness.
He's eating a banana, right?
No, it's like
or is it chicken? They used to eat all sorts of fruit, vegetables, and chickens.
It must be chicken.
I think it's chicken. And you can see all those fans' hands. Like, they want the chicken.
And I think that security guard used to show up a lot.
I didn't even think about that. All those arms were fans trying to get chicken.
Well, I think they're trying to get the head shrinkers for real, but they might be a little hungry.
No, they're going for the chicken.
Yeah, because I mean the candy, popcorn, and sodas don't cover it at the arena.
They could put that on eBay.
I think 30 years ago, maybe, but not now.
Oh, that's not true. It's probably worth even more.
It's preserved chicken from the head shrinkers.
Is a guy. Is this a guy we don't know who this is?
Oh my God, is it?
What do you? Oh my God!
No, oh my God, that he's in there again.
Oh well, yeah.
No, wait, that's a head. That's Samu, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He's biting the ropes though. It's hard to tell, like the way.
Actually, I think that is just another random person. I don't know for sure. No, it's definitely not that other guy because he's got a goatee.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so is he in the unknown pile or is he in the known pile? Last call.
I'm gonna put him in the unknown pile. What about you?
I'm gonna double check here.
Okay,
you can move on.
Isn't there that app where you can like scan a face and it like can actually? Oh, now it's not a good shot because something like a finger or something's in the way. But that is another Dean Malenko photo.
Is that
okay?
Chris Jericho?
It is not. I know exactly who this is, and it's gonna blow your mind.
Who is it? Somebody that has stuff on their nose. I'm trying to remember who did that.
So, me. No.
You did that?
Yes.
Your nose?
I believe. Let me see the photo. Yeah.
Oh, I can hear.
The face is kind of
He's gonna do some up close investigating.
okay. So the face, I'm not 100% sure on, but the whole thing with the stuff on his nose. Okay, you know the Sandman.
Yeah.
His original gimmick, the reason why he was called the Sandman, had nothing to do with Metallica.
Okay.
He was a beach bum. He came out to the ring and he had like a surfboard.
Huh.
So I actually saw him when I was a kid, and it was IWCCW, International World Class Championship Wrestling, and he was Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer was actually a dentist or a nurse or something. He actually, he had like the dream because he'd put people to sleep for for their operations. If you look them up, like they're really like those guys had different gimmicks. So that's possible. That might have been Sandman in the very first.
I don't think so. I think that person has long hair, and even when he was his beach bum look, I've looked it up. I know it.
I mean,
Tim's our fact checker here.
Exactly. I mean,
I know there was a wrestler who did this for a while, and I just can't remember
from which. On like what, WWF?
Or he could have just gotten rushed out from the ECW backstage area and didn't get a chance to,
maybe someone
clean up.
Maybe. Oh yeah, that's what I originally was thinking. Actually, that joke. But maybe somebody splashed his nose in cake.
Yes, it could have been a birthday party.
All right.
Yeah, because he's got like a mustache and everything. We're gonna have to keep a look for that one, but we do know that at least is Dean Malenko. Well, there he is again. There's Lex Luger. I'm noticing that our photographer,
I think this woman was a Luger fan.
Exactly, because we had like 5 photos of Luger just in that last episode alone. But that is look at how greased up and oiled that is. I mean,
shiny.
He is very shiny.
Baby oil applied well.
Yes, exactly. All right, let's see some new blood. I'm
trying.
We did get some Undertaker. We got 2 Undertakers this time, which was really nice.
Like randomly. Oh, this is a lot going on.
Okay, this is an amazing photo.
Yeah, can we get the there we go.
So, do you know
the Muffin Man?
Yeah, he's in the corner. He's wearing the gold pants.
This is Royal Rumble, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's cool.
We've got a bunch of people in that ring. We got Kona Crush in the upper left-hand corner. We've got Bob Sparkplug Holly trying to eliminate him. We've also got that old guy, the 7th row, right there sitting by himself. We got Mabel, and we got Diesel, Big Daddy Cool, and we have Shawn Michaels. Now, I'm trying to determine. I believe that this is the 1994 Royal Rumble when Diesel was running roughshod over everybody.
I'm trying not to shake here.
Is this the one where Shawn Michaels wins by?
No, this would be the one where Shawn Michaels. Okay, so what happens in the match is Diesel was going through everybody. He came in like number 8. He eliminated like 8 guys in a row, something along those lines. And basically what happens is finally the people start to kind of get back into the ring and they kind of start to pile up. At this point right here, and in just a couple minutes, like Shawn Michaels is in there because they're partners, but he tries to hit him from behind. Diesel turns around, and what's going to happen, if I'm not mistaken, Diesel's going to hit him, and then all those guys are going to gang up on Diesel, and they're going to go to dump him out. And Shawn Michaels is going to kind of like get him from behind and help toss him out. This is the Royal Rumble from '94 that ends up being won by Luger and Bret Hart as a tie. So if I'm correct, I do believe that's what this is.
That whole story, but ends with if I'm correct.
Okay. This is in this took place in, I believe, Providence, Rhode Island. I think is when this particular Royal Rumble took place. So that would stick with.
That is where it happened.
Huh?
That is where it happened.
And so this would stick with the overall theme that we're seeing in all these photos. This episode and the last of it being in the Northeast. 95 would be in Miami or Tampa. I know it was in Florida. So I don't know if that person would have traveled that far for that show. So and 93 was in I think 93 was in Sacramento. So yeah, this is probably 94. I'd have to guess. But it's cool. That's a cool piece of history right there for sure.
A lot of people in there for sure.
Yeah, and that's a pay-per-view show. That's a nice one.
Now to jump to the other end of the
my
spectrum.
God, this guy again.
Make it bigger.
Where do I get me a pair of those pants?
Cheetah pants, man.
You know, this woman or guy, whoever took this photo, well, I think it was a woman.
No,
That's a very muscular
I
woman.
mean, that's fine. I used to own cheetah pants when I was younger.
I don't know if he had shoulders like that though.
You didn't know me.
Right, I didn't. But yeah, this guy, who knows? We're gonna have to add that to the pile. He doesn't just Rose this time.
We'll have a whole album of just him.
Just him. Maybe if you subscribe, if you're a new subscriber, whether it be on YouTube, Twitch, or on Facebook, we'll send you one of these photos. Look at that.
It froze. There it goes.
Oh, beautiful stuff. You know, Tim, this is why people come and watch.
So this is somebody that held the ECW title, maybe? Or they had like the TV title, right?
Yeah, that's true. That could be a way that we could figure it out. And he might have actually won one of the ECW belts.
And had cheetah pants.
And again, look at his signature is to look over his right shoulder, apparently.
It's a prom photo.
Yes, he's going to the prom. The extreme prom. No, who's next? Is it? Oh, Tim.
Whoa.
There you go.
Doink and dink.
You get dink too in that one. Oh,
yeah.
That's a power couple right there.
Mm-hmm.
Forget Beyonce and Jay-Z. Forget Obama's. That's doink and dink.
For any fans that got sick of Hornswoggle, that was your original Hornswoggle.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, make it big.
Well.
Oh, nice.
Some Bret Hart
fighting.
Doing some tag.
Yeah, I wonder he might be tagging with Owen, I wonder, because he didn't tag too often, and that's definitely not Hart Foundation era.
No.
He might have been tagging with Owen before he got turned on. Could be a Bulldog tag team or some random one-off. He did actually tag with Macho Man Randy Savage once or twice, and that might have been like the photo we saw earlier last episode. Maybe that was going into this match. So maybe we have some good more photos where that goes. Oh, nice.
That's some classic to IRS walking the ropes action.
Holding the urn.
That's a great shot. Yeah, you got
a pretty cool
shot. Oh, my Undertaker.
I got my bowling trophy. I like that a lot. That's a good photo. I'm trying to think if that house show. Oh, Tim White is the referee in that particular shot. Let's see. So this is probably a house show. Maybe a Raw, but probably a house show. You just want to see Paul Bearer.
I know.
Because
good old Percy Pringle.
He did. Percy Pringle is a pretty funny guy. Have you ever seen a shoot interview with him?
Yeah, I used to actually like watch or read his site and stuff when it was up.
Oh, nice. Because Taker and IRS did fight at the Royal Rumble in 1995 in Florida. And that would be the show where Paul Bearer got attacked, and when Kama Mustafa stole the urn and made it into a necklace. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was ridiculous. So that might have been the Rumble, but I don't think so. I don't think the lighting is good enough for a pay-per-view, honestly. There too. Yeah, but I think it's just a house show match.
Ready for this beautiful beam footage? Make it big.
Oh, there he is.
Look at that tush.
Oh, some Jeff Jarrett.
Now, he is fighting one of my all-time favorites in that match. Can you recognize who he's fighting?
Tatanka.
Heck yeah, Buffalo himself. Oh man, I love Tatanka. I was like so big on him. Then he just kind of fell off the face of the planet, really. But yeah. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, we both were kids, There was a thing in Pro Wrestling Illustrated when they showed how Tatanka was actually a real estate agent. For real.
Is that what he went on to do after wrestling?
Yeah. Chris Chavis is his real name, and he was a real estate agent in New Jersey.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was old enough at the time, would have bought my house with Tatanka.
Oh, maybe.
I would have loved to.
Next up, ready?
Is that another Lex Luger picture?
I think maybe.
Oh, I was going
Ooh.
to say, for a second, I thought he was on the top rope. I'm like, that doesn't seem like Lex, but he's on the second rope, actually.
It is weird, though. It looks like it's like superimposed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy photo, but it's definitely Lex. Can you make out who the other person is? It's really hard for me on this.
I can. And it's something I absolutely despise.
Yeah, hold on.
It is, again, it's very hard to say because it's a black and white shot. It's right over here is Ludwig Borga.
That's what I was thinking it might be.
Yeah, Ludwig Borga is getting checked by Danny Davis, the referee. That's one of those feuds that just never really took off. I mean, Borga beat Tatanka, ending his 2-year undefeated streak, to go on to face Luger, and they fought at the Survivor Series in an 8-man and then nothing else. It is kind of weird that he's like pointing at him, like, yeah, walking on the second rope. Just looks very, very odd.
Oh, those are just the sound things?
Yeah, the sound things, banners. This was clearly a show that was very poorly attended because they're not showing the audience practically at all in this shot. Because even like with a washed out photo itself and in black and white, you still would have seen faces up there. But 93 was not strong for the company in general.
No. It was strong for our watching. Diesel.
Oh, absolutely.
Surviving probably during this Royal Rumble, taking a rester.
Yeah.
Potty.
Yes. He's going potty in the corner. Now, look at how crazy that is, though. It's like the fans, just the way it's set
There's
up.
something happening to the right. You see all of the fans looking
Well,
to the left.
it's probably the countdown for the next
Not me.
for the
That's
next
what I meant.
competitor for the Royal Rumble itself. They're probably doing the countdown at that point.
Oh yeah, to see them all facing. It's funny.
Huh. Maybe he's waiting for Virgil to come out because Virgil was a victim in that particular run. There's Razor Ramon right there. And
the bad guy himself.
right
behind you even.
Yes, he is. Razor Ramon right there. He's wearing his purple tights.
Are these people's heads? Like people, audience?
Yeah.
That's
Just
funny. It's like the cartoons where they like make fun of
like Mystery Science 3000 almost, like where they do like the jokes and they're kind of like doing like the
like
theater heads.
Yeah, exactly.
When people are illegally recording. Yeah.
We met him earlier. Here he is for sure right here. There's the franchise Shane Douglas with that baby face. Look at that baby face.
He's very young here.
He looks like so like bland in this photo. Like he doesn't even he has like a lot of like attitude almost. It looks like he's very he's very bland. It looks very very young.
For ECW he was the more baby face-ish person, right? As far as like
he was the anti-hero, so to speak.
Right, but what I mean is like he was the guy who looked more like, even though he was kind of like anti-hero, he looked more like the classical wrestler than anyone else in their thing for the most part.
No, you're right. You're right. And he actually did wrestle. Like he was one of those guys that didn't drink beer. He didn't like do table stuff in general. I'm pretty positive this is probably pre-WWF. Granted, he went back and forth a couple times, but I don't know. He was the first person to hold the ECW title when it became the Extreme Championship Wrestling title. Because like he was the one that he dropped the NWA title in the trash when they were unified, and he made the belt out of it. I don't know, do you remember that whole thing when he basically?
Yeah, I remember when he put it in the trash.
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "Oh," and I was like, I never had great nostalgia for a time long ago. So I was like, yeah, put that in the trash. Go ahead.
Right.
But I know like some other wrestling fans are like, how can you feel that way?
Right.
The history of people.
No, you're right. How can you exactly? It's all part of like the the story. It's helping getting further things over for sure. I mean, but I am those people sometimes too, where it's just kind of like, oh come on, why did you do that? But
Right.
it definitely worked out in the long term for ECW for sure. Well, yeah, that's it. That's a very interesting fan. We haven't seen Shane yet officially. So we thought that was the guy with the rip up turbo jacket. But this confirms that is definitely Shane Douglas right there.
Yeah.
All right, BitOfRits. Who's next on the agenda? Oh, there he is. There's Kona Crush himself. Now, Crush had 4 different runs in the WWF. Actually, 5, technically. This could be in the chat, too, but can you name Crush's 5 runs in the company? Maybe even 6.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll give a...
One of them was with Demolition, right?
Yep.
Then there was Crush. Were there more than one runs as just Crush?
He did not change his name in any other incarnation. He actually was always Crush, even with Demolition.
Okay. So I can't define other than like noting that he was in Demolition and then later came back as singles Crush. Like,
so, right.
What divided those runs?
So he had the Demolition era. Then he had the Hawaiian Crush. That Shaka Bra. When he wore the purple.
Yeah, like that to me is like what Crush was afterwards, but maybe
right. I guess maybe my definition of a run is different, but like his gimmick because then he turned back, became the evil Crush right there. Then he left and he came back as the Jailbird Crush that was part of Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
Then he became the leader of the Bikers, the Disciples of Apocalypse. And he left and then came back for a very brief run as Chronic. Remember the WCW guys? Him and Brian Clark. That was Adam Bomb.
Oh, I vaguely... It's like back there. That wasn't a strong watching period because I think that was like just post college or around.
Yeah, it was 2001 when he came back that last time. Like WCW had just gotten absorbed, and he was part of it. The Chronic
that was actually like prime college, and when I was away at college, I really didn't watch a whole lot for some of it.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, in that particular run, even if you did peak here and there, I mean, they literally were in and out within a month because they did not they did not do too kind in the back room, from what I understand. A lot of people didn't like them that last time. But anyway, he had a lot of runs though. He had a lot of chances in WWF, that's for sure.
Maybe.
Is that? I think that's Paul Ellering. Maybe not though.
That does. I don't think so.
It's some guy that broke into the ring.
It's Freddie Mercury.
In his leather jacket.
Maybe it is, but I always thought Paul was smaller than that. That guy looks like he's...
Believe it or not, especially, it's just weird how he dressed. Paul Ellering was jacked back in the day. He did some 6-man tags with the Road Warriors in NWA, WCW era before coming to the WWF, and he was actually a pretty big dude. I didn't know that myself, but I've been watching some old tapes of NWA, WCW, and yeah, just seeing him coming out with the Road Warriors, like, he was pretty darn big.
Yeah, but I don't think that is. It doesn't look like the... I mean, someone can...
I'll put that in the unknown pile.
Oh, going in the unknown pile. And then unknown pile is getting pretty big.
No, really.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this
Make
is...
it larger.
Okay. This is a good one.
Taz...
It is.
Covered in blood, I think? Or is that... No, is it when he actually had hair?
Yeah. That is when he was the Tasmaniac.
Yeah.
Oh man, if I ever had a chance to meet Taz, I'd bring this photo and have him sign it.
Of Tasmanian Devil?
Well, he's called the Tasmaniac.
I know. I'm making a bad joke.
But yeah, this is definitely early ECW. Much like the Sandman, well, what I presumed was the Sandman anyway. First time I saw Taz was on that ISWCCW show. So like he was a tag team, I think we were the tag team champions over there. But yeah, he had this like caveman costume, and they ultimately shortened it to be Taz, and he started choking people out and being a hardcore wrestler basically. It's like an ultimate fighter. Back when the UFC wasn't even much of a thing.
Right.
You know, there's Kajahachikati or whatever they call this choke out at one point. Oh, there he is. We don't see him much.
Who's him?
Do you know who that is?
I can't think of his name. His face is so familiar, but I'm blanking on his.
He's like. Go ahead.
He's one of those wrestlers that like. This was like their later run, and they like brought him back, and you're supposed to be like nostalgia for this guy. And I was like, eh. That's what I remember of this guy, but I can't remember his name.
He actually has an incredibly important role in the history of the WWF, believe it or not. That is the Doctor of Desire. That's his name.
So desirable.
Dr. Tom Pritchard, half of the Heavy Bodies tag team, the Jiggle Jimmy Del Rey. He is very a huge part of the company is that he's actually one of the top trainers for WWF.
Oh.
He is responsible for training people like Kurt Angle, The Rock, Edge, many others. He actually he still trains people in the company. He is actually the main trainer for the WWF, so WWE now. So he actually is a pretty big fixture in the world. Yeah, in the world of professional wrestling. Back here, not so much.
Yeah.
Back then, you mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying back here in this photo.
I thought you went, I don't know, you pointed at somebody. I was like, that's an audience guy.
Yeah, but that is a picture of the Doctor of Desire, Heavenly Bodies.
Look at that curly, luscious mane.
I mean,
you remember
some other, you know, Finley stuck around and had more influence in the back.
Absolutely.
What's his name? From another tag team. What's his name? He was like a road guy for a really long time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not sure about this one, but like, you know, like Albert has been like a big a trainer. Matt Balloon, he was A-Train and Albert, and even Hugh Morris was for a while. I mean, he got let go after a while for some questionable things backstage. But yeah, a lot of the guys that you don't really think they are big in the ring, they end up doing bigger things outside of it. Nice.
Well, we have one
Adam Bomb, and then is this like, this has to be like early Adam Bomb, because it looks like he just came in, like destroyed somebody and it's just walking away.
Yeah, well, that is there's definitely an old school Adam Bomb photo, and yeah, someone got destroyed, and that is in a Manhattan Center, so that's a Monday Night Raw taping right there. This might go hand in hand with one of the Johnny Polo pictures that we saw in the last episode.
Who is that on the ground? Can you tell?
That might be. I think it's just a jobber. Actually.
Yeah.
I understand.
Pictures?
Just
okay.
Leave it alone, sir. I got it. There's some doink, but not the one that you probably remember.
No, we actually saw this guy last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Matt Bourne. In his Born Again run, it's after he left the WWF. He came into ECW for a very short period of time. It's kind of like a true psycho clown gimmick. And they said he basically would wear half doink makeup and half not, just to kind of show that he was like gone completely crazy. But yeah, this was like a very, I say well known only in the like in like the really, really deep wrestling communities. You know about the Born Again character. Deep? I'm deep. I'm no longer in the short end of the pool. You know, I'm in the deep end. I've been in the deep end for 20 plus years.
Yes.
God, 30 really. But yeah, that's a pretty cool photo right there.
Floating along, bobbing
for apples. But yeah, there's a Doink photo. We've seen a lot of them actually lately, but I'm still waiting for that poor Doink. Dang it, we got Dink earlier today. Is that Danny Doring? It is. That is Danny Doring, Dasherly Danny Doring. Do you remember the last year or two of ECW who he tag teamed with?
No.
He was tag team with the Amish Roadkill. Do you remember Amish Roadkill?
Yes.
No problem. We got plenty of Doink action over here. Real weird art. Yeah. I was a big fan of that tag team actually, but they never really went past that. I think they went on WWE television once or twice. But yeah, that's that Dangerous or Dasherly Danny Doring. Easy for me to say. I can't even say the phrase right.
All right. Make it bigger.
Oh, Bam Bam.
There's some
Nice.
Bam Bam with the Fink.
A lot of people in that audience.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw taping at the Manhattan Center. You know, it's unfortunate, Tim, that neither one of them are with us anymore.
Nope.
I mean, time is undefeated, as they say. You know, nobody outlasts time in the matches. So
that is true.
Bam Bam was a great guy, and so was Fink. I mean, so many of our our childhood memories, especially from this era, I mean, involve the Fink. You know, even that call. So that was very cool for sure. All right, what do we got next? Bit of Ritz. We gotta
bring it in.
Oh, bring it in. Here we go.
Make it larger.
That's a head shrinker right there.
Yep.
That's a Fa. Okay, so this is a Fatu head shrinker. This is Fatu, and he's got the full gimmick. He's got the belt. He's got the like the I don't know officially what you call it, but like almost like a skirt.
The serape of sorts. I don't know what you call a male one. And then the grass leggings or grass boots.
So it's funny because the lighting is dark. So it could be just the flash. But
yeah, old school flash, before digital cameras came.
Yeah, because I'd like to say, I mean, I don't know how much like they wore their full gear at house shows. Maybe they did.
So
it probably depends on what part of their run.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you explain where these photos came from?
So these photos came from mid 1990s, as you could probably tell, just as far as the different companies that are in the Northeast. So there was a person that basically went around and took photographs. Sometimes this person had access to the backstage area. Sometimes they just went to all these different shows. It was a woman photographer. About 4 years ago now, we met this woman's nephew.
Yes.
And like he just had this giant box of all these photos. And
so it was at like a convention. He was selling photos. And
so we talked to him. We ended up doing he's helping run a show well, bottom line is we made a deal with him. We bought the majority of the photos off of him. And
I don't even say majority. This was like probably what we have was probably like less than half. I was just taking handfuls of photos and shoving them in a bag.
But yeah, we've had a lot of good photos that, some of them are just like random match photos. Some of them, we do have a couple that were like backstage and outside the arena. And then we're seeing a lot of like, pay-per-views. I mean, we've seen like some Rumble, we've seen Survivor Series, we've seen WrestleMania 10. I think those are probably my favorite as far as just, that level. But we've seen some really cool, just like ones that you're never going to see anyway. So it's kind of fun. But I think the quality of the photos, varies. But
so I just want to say something. I looked it up. The name of the wrap that they were wearing is called a lava lava.
A lava lava.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The Samoan Polynesian wraps, male wraps are called lava lavas.
Okay. Look at that. The more you know.
Yes. So real quick, let's jump to this photo real quick.
Okay. This guy was an original ECW staple. Do you remember who this guy was? He was the master of the choke slam.
No.
911.
Oh. And then is that what's his name in the background?
Oh.
It looks like it might be Mr. Whistle.
Oh, Fonzie?
Yeah, I can't tell.
No, you know who that is? That is oh my God, it's not Paul Heyman. It's maybe it was Paul Heyman because he's wearing the ECW hat. It's either Paul Heyman or there was another guy that was kind of like like a manager, but he ran the company back then. But no, I think it's Paul Heyman.
All right, so who's this Tim guy? Oh wait, I wrote the wrong one. Sorry. So
who's this Tim fella?
So Tim is a friend of ours who is going through these photos with us. He is our what's the word? Fact checker of this of this episode.
And Tim and I have been best friends for eons. And just so you know, he's actually a professional wrestler. Every time you saw a Mr. X or an executioner on WF television wearing the hood, it was actually him.
No,
sorry, I spoiled that.
Yeah.
I did a peek for a second for someone to find the golden egg on your egg special or Easter special. Yeah, my phone died like right before we showed who the winners were. But I don't know if I got on there. My niece found the golden egg.
She did.
I did end up taking some extra footage. I have to edit as a follow up. The all that Pat. Oh wait, no, my brother was first place in the Easter egg hunt. All that Pat was second place. My niece, who is the only child there, came in third, but she did get the golden egg.
She got the golden egg.
It felt rigged. It actually wasn't. I was hoping she would find it because I was.
Me too.
I was a little nervous, but once my brother and him started competing, it was like legit. They were just trying to win. They did not care that there was an 8-year-old there.
Hopefully you guys just gave the candy to the 8-year-old in the end.
Well, of course, but I mean, partially because I couldn't eat it.
We did, yeah, partially because he just couldn't eat the candy. But we didn't give her all of the candy, but it was also because she already had gone to two other she had just gone to an Easter egg hunt, then ours, and then she was going to another Easter egg hunt. So I think her mom felt she was a little overwhelmed with candy at the moment, but I did give it to my coworkers. Oh, we got another.
That's interesting.
This is a.
Oh, this is a good one. Nice. It is a
dink action.
Solo dink shot.
Standing on like the top stairs of the metal stairs.
And you can see how short he is, like next to that pole. Right? It's like a straight up, it's not like a weird angle where it seems like shorter.
No, he's actually, I think, a little bit taller than that. I think he's actually on the
well, he's on like a step, but still. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Let's check it. So I had a chance to meet Dink about 2 years ago. It was actually the same show that we had our infamous run-in with Two Scorpio and the Sandman.
Wait,
so
this is the don't know pile. What are you doing, Lee?
Oh, we know who that is.
I know, and you're putting in the wrong pile.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, he was pretty nice. I mean,
I'm
he's
the organizer.
but that's, I gotta say, it's hard. It's unfortunate to see it on my camera because I'm rocking an iPhone 2.
No,
not that old.
We should
old.
use my phone. My camera is better than yours.
Yeah,
my phone.
But it's a pretty crisp and clear photo of
really
Dink.
crisp. Let's see if it looks better on the. Oh yeah.
No,
there's a lot more detail than what his camera's picking up.
Oh yeah, that's way better. Let's do the whole episode.
No.
So, Salmon did not throw sand in our face. He actually was putting his garbage on our table.
Yeah.
Very classy.
They're like empty coffee cans, and he just kept putting it on our. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of this.
So you've had multiple great experiences with Sandman.
Yes, indeed. And Dick was just pleasant. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't like, spinning a yarn and telling us all these great stories, but he was very nice. He was talking to a lot of the kids and adults who came up to him. Dink.
Oh, I feel like I heard a different name.
He used his real name.
I wanted to show one that looked dark before, but we can.
So I think we have time for one more picture.
Oh, because 9 o'clock.
Yep. All right.
Well, hold on. Here, show this one up close real quick just to see. If
all right, this is the Lex Luger versus
a little
Luger
better. But there was one that a good question, a good picture, but it's so dark on this one.
Yeah, that's way clearer. So
the one that was that looked like it could have been really good was the Jerry the King Lawler one.
Here, yes. And this oiled up fiend. This, but yeah, this one so much better.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, all right. Last but not. Oh, I did want to say actually, for the I'm jumping back for a second about the
No
Easter egg.
coffin yet. By the way.
Wait, we didn't. What you're seeing now?
Yes.
So I actually was telling my niece that like, oh, there's one that I see, and it was actually one that was like right there, and she assumed I meant under the car, and then she found the egg, so it all kind of worked out. But okay, so who's Kaufman?
Andy Kaufman. He the actor. He had a well-known feud with Jerry the King Lawler back in the 1980s. Gotcha. The feud became the Man on the Moon movie with Jim Carrey.
All right.
Still retaining Lawler in that role.
Last but not least, let's see.
I know this is building it up pretty good.
Actually,
I think last time we had a really good one that we finished on. I think it might have been the Bret Hart Macho Man one that we finished. This one won't be as
exciting, but we haven't seen these fellas before, so.
Oh well, hopefully it's somebody that we know.
Hopefully.
Whoa!
Oh, that
we have seen these gentlemen before.
Oh, we have.
But we have not seen all three of them and showing the entrance wrapping.
Yeah, I don't remember these outfits.
That's because they have giant hoodies over their purple polyester outfits.
Mom?
Yeah, that's our mom.
Oh, good.
Mo, Oscar, and Mabel, men on a mission.
I'm gonna do this one.
Oh man, Tim, I think that we should like go out by doing the Men on the Mission. Whoop, there it is. Hand waves.
There it is.
All right, let's put it down. Let's go out doing it. Go ahead.
I don't know what we're doing.
We're doing the whoop, there it is.
Solo. How do I get rid of this?
I don't know. Okay.
Whoop, there it is.
I feel like this is that cookie song.
It is.
It is.
Huh?
It basically is the Cookie Dough song.
Oh. Well, there you go.
So what a great way to finish.
Wait.
Oh boy.
No, it's not. No. We're not doing another one. No, I don't want to get your hopes up. But I was going to say that's probably 2/3. I think we have enough for at least one more show, possibly 1.5. This is how many pictures that we have.
So as we're closing up today, to remind you, if you like, share, and subscribe our show, you'll see the variety of our different shows that we have throughout the week, including Mail Call, Mail Time. It's when we show things we get in the mail. Believe me, we order some pretty weird, random stuff.
Wait. How do you? This is why I shouldn't be doing the. Yeah, take it off.
All right, so BitOfRits, by the way, before we continue, you have to do your own whoop.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I did not get good instruction from the choreographer here.
We're gonna keep practicing that. That's for sure.
Next time I'll do better.
We also have Slam Nation Wrestling. It's every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about the world of professional wrestling. As you can imagine, this upcoming week it's going to be a big one because we're going to be reviewing what happened at WrestleMania this Sunday and Saturday. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is iStream, Ustream. Right now, we're in the current show of Captain the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Lord Cash, BitOfRits, myself go over that. Lord Cash and myself cover the world of Funko royalty, which is Funko Pops. He's a huge collector of all those, so he talks a lot about those. We have the Game Room, which is exactly what you might think. It is video games. We also have crazy card collecting. Lots of cool stuff. You might be seeing Garbage Pail Kids. You also might be seeing Simpsons, Batman, any kind of vintage wrestling, any kind of vintage show things. And then...
Wait. You got to take the thing off so you can see us. There you go.
All right. Then our one final copy. Oh, yes. There was a request for the Dinosaurs Attack cards.
If we go back to Long Island and they have those, well, I'll have to pick some up. And apparently, I'm still not doing it right. It's not like a white show. That's what he was showing me. I was just copying what I was seeing.
There it is.
Oh,
whoop! There
I thought it was. He's saying with any luck he'll have some dinosaur attack, so it has a little pop to it. Okay,
exactly.
I get it.
All right. With that, everybody, do thank you for joining us tonight. And again, we'll
wait. Gizmo wants to goodbye.
Is he gonna do the whoop? There it is.
Oh yeah. Let's all do that. He loves it.
Gizmo loves it. Duncan does not want to join in.
Duncan will probably bite you or scratch you.
Thanks.
Nope, he just walks away.
Next time. Next show again tomorrow at 8 p.m. iStream, Ustream. Covering episode 3 of Falcon the Winter Soldier. Until then, have a great night.
Bye.